Hello, I'm Jessica Sharuk. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about spirituality, personal development, and so much more. So today I'm going to share with you ways that you can add more pleasure into your life and how you can intensify the feelings of pleasure that you're already experiencing in your day-to-day life. So I grew up in Canada, and I find that living in Canada or North America, or even just countries that are more developed, they really prioritize working and doing and getting things off a to-do list, being productive, and they put joy and their own pleasure at the bottom of their list of things that they want to do. But now that I've been abroad and I've been in Costa Rica and Mexico for the past 5 months, it's so nice being submersed in a culture where joy, relaxation, and pleasure is much more of a priority, and this is what people center their life around rather than just work. And personally, I want to add more pleasure into my life. I want to experience more peace, more joy, more things that really light me up. Not just once in a while or as a reward for working really hard or getting something done or being disciplined or something like that, but just because I simply desire more pleasure, more joy, fun, play in my daily life. And the beautiful thing is, when you start really setting aside time for this, when you start viewing your pleasure as a priority, life feels so much more enjoyable. You feel so much more satisfaction, and when you start to add in more and more things that bring you joy, bring you pleasure, this is raising your overall energetic frequency. And I'm all about doing things that raise my frequency. If you want actually a list of ideas, I have a free checklist, 50 ways to raise your frequency. You can go download it for free. I'll put the link down below in the description box. But yeah, I'm now going to share with you all of my different tips so you can increase and add more pleasure into your life. So the first one is to notice and observe and even write down all the different things that you really enjoy and that bring you pleasure in your daily life. So it could be even something simple as laying in the sun, laughing with friends, watching a TV show that is funny or cute or just entertaining. Could be dancing more, could be going for walks in nature, it could be anything. Just become aware of all the things that bring you so much joy, so much pleasure into your life. And then it sounds very simple, but just start doing more of those things. Start adding more of those things into your day, whether you incorporate maybe just, for me, I really love having a cup of matcha in the morning, and I find that just is such a nice way to start my day, and I love meditating, and that brings me so much joy, so much satisfaction. But maybe it's something like going for a walk in the evening with your partner, or walking your dog and not bringing your phone or listening to music, but just enjoying the nature sounds around you. Or maybe it's scheduling a weekly lunch date with your best friend and catching up and enjoying really good food and having really good conversation. So get clear, what are those things and how can you add more of that into your daily life? The next tip is to become more mindful and notice the physical sensations in your body. I know if you work a lot and you're an overthinker like myself, we can get so caught up in our mind and our thoughts and what we have to do and get done, and we're living in the future, we're thinking about the past. But once you start to be present, drop down into your body, notice all the sensations, notice the breeze on your skin, notice if you're getting a massage, how good it feels to have your muscles being worked and rubbed and have the tension release. Or even if you're just eating a meal, noticing the textures and the flavors and the aromas, you will start experiencing so much more pleasure when you just start really paying attention to all the sensations that you feel. And you stop being kind of numbed out and distracted to what you're feeling, and you become present, you become just more aware, more conscious, more feeling overall. So the next tip is to soften your body, relax and release tension. These tips are things that I still have to remind myself to do because I can carry so much tension, especially in my back and my shoulders. And maybe that's from stress, maybe that's just from feeling a weight of a lot of obligations. It could be from many different things. But when you can just soften and you can actually relax and release all that tension wherever it's stored, in whatever muscles, whatever parts of your body, again, you're actually allowing more pleasure into your body. You're going to enjoy whatever the experience is that you're doing in that present moment. So So my next tip is to breathe deeply and breathe slowly. When you breathe deeply and when you breathe slowly, it's allowing you to relax, to become more aware of your body, to become more present in that moment, and to just slow down and enjoy what's going on around you. Now, another way to add in more pleasure or to intensify something that's pleasurable is to go slow and to savor. So I think about this when I'm eating like a really good meal or I'm enjoying like a delicious drink. Instead of like rushing through it and not really being that present and not really taking in the full experience of the thing that I'm enjoying, it's so important to just slow down, savor each bite, really experience like the nuances of the different ingredients, of the textures, of everything in that dish that makes it so delicious. And again, you're going to find you're going to enjoy and get more pleasure out of life, or specifically out of your meals, but really anything that you're slowing down and savoring. So my next tip is to feel gratitude for the pleasure you're currently experiencing. So the way to attract more of something is to feel grateful for everything that you have currently. So if you want more pleasure, if you want more joy, more relaxation, more bliss, or any of those really yummy high vibe feelings, start appreciating and feeling grateful for everything that's pleasurable, joyful, blissful right now in your life. So another way to intensify the pleasure in your life, or to add more of it in, is to just start looking for the different things that you do already day to day and like look for the pleasurable opportunity in them. So for example, like when I'm doing dishes, it can be one of those annoying tasks that I don't want to do, but instead of viewing it that way, I view it as like, this is a relaxing meditative activity and it's like soothing almost. And it feels so satisfactory when I'm done and like I have a clean kitchen. Or if I'm going for a drive, whether it be in a car or like on the back of like a motorbike or ATV or something, I love the feeling of having like wind blowing on my skin, blowing through my hair. It just feels so, so good. Or another one is if you are like cooking a meal, instead of being like annoyed at the process and you're focused on how hungry you are and like annoyed at how long it's taking, savor that experience. Find joy and pleasure in touching and handling all the ingredients and the smells when you're chopping things up, and just for the process overall. Okay, and my last tip to add more pleasure into your life is to simply start eliminating, delegating, or reducing the amount of time you spend doing things that bring you stress, that take away from your pleasure. Maybe that's something to do with like bookkeeping or finances. You find that stresses you out and it's just a lot to manage and you really don't like doing it. Go find someone to manage that for you. It's so worth it to, you know, pay someone to make your life more stress-free, more enjoyable, more pleasurable. All right, I hope you guys liked these tips and you go and implement the ones that really resonated with you and you start adding more pleasure in your day-to-day life. And if you want to create your dream life, add more pleasure, add more joy, add more fulfillment, and really step in and start embodying this person that you've always wanted to be, sign up for the waitlist for Embodiment. I'll put the link here and in the description box below. In this online course, I teach people how to embody their higher self by reprogramming their subconscious mind and healing from past emotional wounds so they can just live happy, full, fulfilling, and pleasurable lives. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video.